Thank you, Chairman Williams, for holding this important hearing today, and thank you to our witness, Mr. Fitzpatrick, for being here. In my district, we're lucky to have two great small business development center regional offices, one in Rochester and one in Mankato. These centers provide counseling, technical assistance, and guidance to entrepreneurs and business owners who are looking to start, grow, and expand their businesses and are necessary to connect federal resources with local business owners. Mr. Fitzpatrick, on December 23rd, 2025, the SBA announced it was pausing grant disbursements to SBA resource partners in Minnesota, citing fundamental breakdown in the public trust of Governor Walz and the broad concerns stemming from fraud schemes taking place in Minnesota. My staff met with SBA on January 6, 2026, after hearing from affected organizations that they had been not given a clear explanation of the funding pause. Once the decision was made to pause the disbursements, what process did SBA follow to communicate with the affected organizations?
Congressman, thank you for the question. Yes, I think we all saw what was going on in Minnesota, Leering centers, et cetera, rampant waste, fraud, and abuse, and it was prudent of Administrator Loeffler to pause all payments until we found out what was going on in the state. And the SBDC in Minnesota is one of the 7 that is actually state-hosted. So other most others are at universities. So the same state that would be administering the some of the other programs where there was fraud would be administering the SBDC program. So what we did is we followed up with that organization, but we actually had our program team go back 5 years and review just to make sure the documents were clear. We looked at annual reviews, semi-annual reviews. We looked at their accreditation reviews, our financial exam reviews, their quarterly, literally every quarterly report, and we reviewed their websites. And so that's the process, and we communicated with them. We had several meetings with them. We also had meetings with the SBDC's, I would call it management, at the host within the state, including going up to, I spoke with a gentleman, I think it's Judge O'Malley, who was appointed by the governor to oversee, so that was our process, sir.
So were these organizations, after that thorough review, provided any corrective actions that they had to satisfy before the funding would resume?
Congressman, thank you. We told them that they actually were clear. I don't remember. There maybe each state had 1 or 2 small records within their filings, but we did not find, thankfully, fraud and abuse at the Minnesota SBDC, and their team was very good to work with, and we appreciate them.
Good. Well, I'm happy to hear that. They have been a huge asset to southern Minnesota. I've seen them in action in communities all over the state, and it's good to hear that they passed the test. So making sure that these centers and programs are funded, it's important to me and the communities that I represent. I'm thankful that the SBA has worked trying to combat waste, fraud, and abuse. What steps can be taken to prevent another funding pause, and how can we here in Congress be helpful?
Congressman, thank you. I think what we're doing now of building this new system, and I would add that like any new systems is a major systems upgrade and expansion. The team is learning how to use it. We're going to get better. We're going to add features and functions in the future. So we will get better and faster with better controls and accountability. So I think that's the key. I think certainly at the individual level program, just as long as they comply with the terms and communicate with us, I don't see any reason for any delays or pauses, sir.
So I have about a minute left, and I would maybe just shoot from the hip here a little bit, but you've talked about upgrading the systems, and we've seen this government-wide where we're still operating systems that are on 1980 platforms. I mean, you can play Oregon Trail on some of these things. What have you seen in your tenure at SBA that should really wake us up to say, listen, there is a need for internal controls and systems within government to meet the state of the times that we live in right now? What are some of the archaic systems that you've uncovered, and what steps have you all been taking? So you've talked about the different grant disbursement systems, and some were relying on emails. I mean, are we using spreadsheets? Are we using Excel? Or are we using like modern day drop-down box, easy to use software platforms?
Congressman, thank you. No, that's exactly the grant system. We had a grant system. That's a system of record, but no, the rest of it was emails and spreadsheets with different tools, with different nomenclature, and et cetera. But yes, we have 5-year-old laptops. Our operating system when we got here was probably 8 years old. And our technology on the lending side, different office than mine, is being upgraded, very archaic as well.
Thank you. I yield back.
Gentleman yields back. I now recognize